I feel like ignorance is the gateway for anybody to be taken advantage of, male or female. I think more guys that show up acting like they know what's going on get taken advantage of in the marketplace more than women do, quite honestly.
What terms or acronyms do I need to learn ASAP to make this process easier, right? I hear talking about the like I wrote some stuff down, the ARV, the after repair value, just learning exactly what comps meant, just things like that. So as you're teaching us, I'm not going back trying to fumble, trying to Google a word, trying to figure out what the acronym means, and so on and so forth. And then my second part to that was, is this something I need to, do I need to start, like immediately start a second business name, get an EIN number, LLC and all of that? Or is that something I just, kind of get into as we start moving forward?
Yeah. So the first part to what you asked, to your point, ARV is after repair value, right? Anything that I know is foreign to you guys, either one, I'm gonna explain it, or two, it's gonna be a definition in the workbook, right? Because I want to make sure we all on the same sheet of music. And if for whatever reason, if I say something and you're not clear, like slow me down. I ain't here to hear me talk. I know this stuff. So if y'all ever like put it in the chat, whatever. Yeah, in broad strokes, some of the nomenclature is, ARV, after repair value, which is synonymous with the projected sales price. That's what that means. What do I project that this thing could sell for or be worth after I do the renovation to it? Okay. You determine the ARV from the comps, which are comparable properties similar to the subject property that you're looking at. So for instance, it could be similar square footage, it could be similar bed bath count, it could be similar architectural style, right? Ranch style home, bungalow, colonial, right? All that stuff. What's some other terms? Loan LTV, loan to value. This is how much money the lender, this is the percentage of money that the lender is willing to give you. Okay. Loan to value, LTV. So if you got a $100,000 property, the lender is going to give you 75% LTV. That means they're going to give you 75% of the value. So they give you 75 grand of the 100 to close your deal. Okay. Underwriting means analyzing the deal, understanding what the ARV is, what your rehab costs are, all the risk points in the deal, the risk analysis, along with the perceived profit, right? That's important. You got to understand what your profit is. Y'all will hear me say ROI throughout the week, which is return on investment. Okay. That's the measurement of how much money you have in the deal versus what your return is. So if I got 100,000 in a deal and I make $10,000 on that 100, then I had a 10% return on investment. Okay, that's what ROI means. It's the measurement of your return based on the money you got committed to the deal. The second part to your question that I appreciate even more than the first is, should you go out and start your LLC? To me, that's a faith step in the right direction that you're really serious about doing this, right? So absolutely, that's something that will be essential once you start doing the business. It's not necessarily prerequisite. You can go out and submit offers in your personal name, and by the time you close them in your LLC. But if you got the fortitude and the willingness to go and do that off the dribble, I say go do it, right? You want to start an LLC that's elected as an S corp, okay, with an S corp election. So you don't want an S corporation, you want an LLC with an S corp election. That's going to give you additional tax benefit. You got a good CPA, they'll know what I'm talking about. It lessens your exposure once all the money flow through your LLC and back to you personally. You get taxed at a lower level with the S corp election than you do without having it. Okay, so it's some tax savings there.
My name is Taylor. My question is, as a woman in the real estate investment industry, and your students, you have male, female, have you seen like different challenges as, being taken seriously, as a woman? And what are some things that we can do to assert ourselves a little bit more and being taken seriously when it comes to like contractors and stuff like that? Have you seen challenges? And if so, like, what are some things we can do?
Yeah, I seen some challenges. My daughter started investing at 18, right? So she did a $40,000 renovation in Connecticut on her own. it took a while to find the right contractor because they was trying her. You know what I mean? And she 5'1", light skin. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Very anti the avatar of real estate investor. And she would oftentimes complain to me, and I wouldn't let up because at the end of the day, he or she who controlled the checkbook controlled the situation. And so as long as you don't lose sight of that, right, and you can show up from a place of see the thing where the contractors had to respect her is because she knew the stuff, right? She can call them out on the fact that the tile shouldn't cost that much. She could call them out on the fact that why the cabinets cost that much. Why was they paint number, almost $3 a square foot instead of $1.50, right? She was able to call them out on that because she was competent. Competence always win the game, period, right? That and controlling the funds in such a way that you don't let people get out ahead of you and take advantage of you. I think there could be a gender issue, but I'm gonna tell you, I think, and fellas, y'all gonna probably not like this, but I think y'all are the women are better investors. Cause y'all don't have real ego issues like most guys do, right? I give you the play, you will run through a brick wall respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like as long as it makes sense, you like I'm doing it. And y'all are more intuitive in nature, right? And you not shy about asking questions because again, you don't have ego problems. Most guys fail because they don't want to ask the questions they don't know, and so they go off on bad assumptions and then they get burnt and it's fisticuffs. Women to me, in this business have a better propensity to have more success so as long as they know their stuff. Because at the end of the day, believe it or not, the good guys, they're going to be less inclined to try you because they respect the fact that you are a woman. And then if you're a woman that know her stuff and you pay good, you got a friend in a contractor. He'll do us wrong before he'll do y'all wrong. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about knowing your stuff and just standing firm and standing true to what you know, contrary to whoever you're doing business with. But yes, I personally feel like ignorance is the gateway for anybody to be taken advantage of, male or female. I think more guys that show up acting like they know what's going on get taken advantage of in the marketplace more than women do, quite honestly.
Which avenue would you say is the best one to start? We talk remote, fix and flip, cash flow. If you had to make a choice, right, and all things being equal, what's like your go-to? Okay, you're the beginner. This is where you should make your first step at.
Yeah, first step is figuring out your goals because depending on what your goals are is going to dictate what vehicle you should take to get there. Right? So if your goals is to go and produce a bunch of active income, an extra 10, 50, $100,000 in a year, because you just want to have more discretionary funds, or maybe you got college you want to pay for or something of that nature, then you probably gonna want to look at active investing strategies like flipping and wholesaling, right? If your goal is to, like many of our students, to retire from their job, then they come in and we look at a cash flow model so that they can make residual monthly income to supplement and then take the place of whatever they said paycheck is. So, and for some, it's a combination of both. For me, I'm at a different place. I got different goals. It's, like I'm never gonna give you, like I'm very cautious about ever giving people a one size fit all answer because life ain't that. Everybody goals is different in different seasons. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to give y'all the most fundamental step. And the first fundamental step is getting clear on what's the goals. Like, what do I really want to get out of this?